What's up, guys? And welcome back to another Cruising with Crab. Buckle up. You are along for the ride. All right. I want to talk about how people love to tan. Self tanner, going to a tanning bed, whatever it could be. And I've talked about how I use some bronzer, put on some of my face, and it's funny now. You're starting to see more and more. I don't know if it's as common, but women have been doing it for years, right? We've had tanning beds and all that. Now it's becoming where it's some men are getting into it now, right? And get away, shoo away, bug. Hold on, there's a bug. Sorry. And there's you probably have seen some videos of me already on here where I look darker than I am right now, and it's one of those things like I don't do tanning beds. I've never done a tanning bed. I mean, the worst I've ever done compared to a tanning bed is I used to actually tan in the sun. I would bake myself, sunbathe, right? And don't get me wrong, it feels great, but I'm a lot more aware. I like to protect my skin, right? And yes, a tan definitely does make you look a lot healthier and such. So, I mean, right now, like usually before I film, I've noticed, like for me, I'm always making sure that I try to shave, uh, so I look more presentable. I mean, I still look good, I believe, even without the shave. But then I'll put on my bronzer on my face, and that's the great thing too, right? If you just want to have some color, the best spot is definitely your face. For like, and there's a lot of people. I'm not saying you have to have a tan. Again, that's more my awareness, like anything else. But having some color, you get that confident thing, right? It's like when anyone that's trying to build their body, and I've mentioned this before with how I put on all the weight. That's the foundation of my channel and such. And such as since I put on the weight now, I just feel a lot more confident, and it's great. You just feel, it's like that extra touch. And even when I was skinny, I used to put on. There's different kind of tanning self tanners you can use because that's what I use, right? Like I stopped going out in the sun. Well, I'm in the sun obviously now, but when I mean by I would bake myself in the sun for hours, like I mean hours at a time, and I get tanned. I tan really easily. Usually I'll get red first, and then that turns into a tan. And I mean, I'm still obviously, like I said, I'm outside. I'll get some kind of sun, but I try to always stay in the shade when it's needed. But again, like the sun feels great. I'm not gonna lie. It's such a great feeling to have that just beaming on you. You feel good. So if there are still times where I'll go out in the backyard or something, or if I just want to get some sun, because it's good to get some sun. I mentioned that to you guys before. I'm going to make a video about that eventually because I mentioned it before in my much earlier videos about how getting the sun for your eyes without sunglasses is really good. Obviously, not looking directly at the sun, it's not good. That's not good. You don't want to hurt your vision. But when it comes to how you take care of yourself, it's good to get some kind of sun. So I'll literally I'll be facing away from the sun. It's like a back massage, and you just feel good, right? I'll maybe do that for like 15, 20 minutes. I don't do it every day, but it's something that I like to do. But again, when you have things now, like we live in a great time, I believe, as much as people say, I miss nostalgia. I miss the 90s. And yeah, phones and things like that. But you have to realize, and this will be another video I'll talk about, but now we have things that are a lot better for you. You can use self tanner, right? You can buy a tanning mitt. You can make your skin darker, right? I mean, look at Michael Jackson. Like he made himself go white. So it's like people, there is such a thing as people who want to look, you know, extra white. And it's funny now how society has changed where you go back, go watch the movie Titanic, you look at Rose, people that are like super pale. I mean, this is a different time, and she's not as pale as that as she in the movie. They just put more makeup on her and stuff. But people that were considered tanned were always working in the sun, so it didn't. It showed like your wealth level. It showed that you were not rich, you were like poor, right? If you look tanned, but if you were like super pale, staying out of the sun and stuff, it's you were. looked upon as, oh wow, this person's successful and has money. Nowadays it doesn't really matter, but it's just funny how tanning, like people that are brown that like to look good, and now it's like it makes people a lot more confident, makes people feel hot. And hey, you do what you got to do. And also too, guys, like as I've told you, it's your reality. So if you think tanning beds will not harm you and such, right? Then you continue doing what you want to do. But there are people who do use tanning beds, and I'm not judging you. Listen, I get it. Like as I just said before, it brings confidence in yourself, and if that's what you like to do, that's your little happy thing that you like to do once a week or twice a week, then by all means do it. But for me, like I don't know if I want to do that. And I mean, I think a tan for guys looks great too, but I think the tanning stuff can definitely look better on women than it does to guys. I mean, again, that's my awareness. A guy doesn't always have to be tanned. I think almost in a sense, if you're like too dark, like I mean dark, it almost looks a little too much feminine than it should for you as a guy. Like if you're a straight guy, it still looks good, but it's almost like you're putting on just you're looking almost too pretty, right? You're not letting the masculinity balance in with the feminine energy that you have. Again, that's just what I think. But like I said, like I've been darker than this. Actually, if you see my video where I'm my first video on my homepage, when you walk in, when you not walk in, when you walk onto my homepage, you'll see it. Like I look a lot tanned in that, and it's that to me is like the darkest I'll ever go. As when I first started using self tanner, I remember I was like so dark, and it just did not look natural. And I mean, I think women can do the same thing. It just looks too dark. I think if you can find that light toner, like a light, because I'm using like right now, like I said, like you can't really see it so much, but there is a light bronzer on my face, and I have a little bit on my neck right now. But I don't have anything on my arms or my legs right now. And I mean, obviously it's been sunny, so I kind of have like and everyone's body, you tend to tan in certain spots a lot better. I find your legs stay darker, usually longer sometimes than like the rest of your body, your arms and such. But yeah, it's kind of my with self tanner. That's what I continue to use. And you have a routine, and I'll tell you my routine. This is going to be a pretty short video, guys. Again, but for self tanner, if you don't know how to do it, for guys, I mean, women know how to do it. You can go on YouTube, watch videos, but I'll explain mine briefly. I have black. I buy like black. I have black pajamas, or you can use like a black sweater or whatever. But I have these black X large pajamas, by the way. So you guys probably saw the oversized shirts. I said, like I said, I still will wear oversized stuff when I'm at home, but I don't wear it in the public. That's just me though, personally. But I find oversized just more comfortable, especially when I'm sleeping at night. I have the oversized, so that's really nice. So I'll wear all black, and what I'll do is I'll have a shower, or else I'll exfoliate my skin. You don't always have to exfoliate, by the way. I've noticed my skin, everyone's different. You either have oily skin or other skin things. You have to kind of know yourself really well. It's like with identity, right? I've talked about that. What I've learned from the Power of I Am with Eric's channel. It's kind of the same. You got to know how your body works, right? Everyone's, do you break? Did you have reactions with certain things? But most of these self tanners are really handy and good. And yeah, so you do your shower, you buy your mitt, you just put like one pump on it. So you can get like a cream, or you can get like a mousse product version. I use Jergens, and I also use Saint Tropez. I use Saint Tropez on my tattoos. There's better chemicals I find, and I don't want to damage my tattoos. That's another video I'm going to be talking about, guys, eventually with you guys. It's going to tie in with another video. Is like what tattoos and what I think about them and such. And yeah, I'm actually really excited about that one because that talks about a lot with identity too. But yeah, so I do all the tanning stuff that way. I'll do one pump on usually everything. Some spots, like my legs, I find I'll need to do two pumps because sometimes I find it absorbs it better. Um, what else do I do with it? Face is I find the face when you put it on. Like I use again, I mainly use my Jergens. I thank my sister on that. Thanks, Brittany, for that. She's the one who got me into it. And yeah, so it's so easy to use. It doesn't stay on obviously as long as an actual tan, That's the thing. It's no different. You have to wash your hair every week, right? Or twice a week, however oily your hair is, whatever the case may be. In the summer, especially, you have to wash your hair more often. But I find that if you can just do a routine, I think the hardest thing for people that stay committed to this, like I said, the face is so easy because like last night I had to just brush my teeth or whatever, floss, uh, mouthwash, whatever, all that crap, and then I'll moisturize my face first. It's the biggest thing. Moisturize your skin before you apply this stuff on. And then I put a if I'm just putting it on my face, I don't put a lot on. I just put like literally like a dime, like very small dime of it on each of my spots, right? And it just makes your skin look healthier. Like I said, like it's still not like super super dark, but I use a light bronzer for that. Don't ever use extra dark on your if you're just gonna put it on your face because it's gonna look so fake because half like your body's gonna be darker than your neck and such like that, right? And I'll put a little bit on my neck. And when I'm doing that, like I said, like it's so quick and easy. I never have to worry about anything. But when you're doing the whole body, especially like I said, like being a man, I mean, and women obviously I think have the same thing because the women are want to shave all their body hair off and stuff. Like, see, I can get away with that. I have very light body hair. You can't really see it as much with the lighting. Um, it's not bad. And I actually like having the body hair on me. I feel like because of my body type, because I'm lean muscular, I still think having some body hair for me looks good versus if someone completely shaved their everything off. I mean, it would still look good, but I almost think it would kind of destroy my masculinity with how I look. So I like to keep some body hair. So I'll trim it up occasionally too, right? Um, but yeah, and then what I'll do is after I put all the stuff on, we wait about 10-15 minutes. Your hands, you gotta every spot's a little sensitive. That's why I say like watch some YouTube videos or you're watching my video now if you're considering doing this stuff. And it will last about honestly, like for me, I find it stays on me really well. But the more you get wet, so the more you shower, the more you do other things that are like workouts, especially in the summer, it gets sweaty outside. You're gonna want to wash your face. So the more you get wet, the more it will start to fade. But you will get it, honestly, with me, I get it about 3 plus 4 days usually with the self tanner. I mean, the first day always looks amazing, then it slowly starts to dissolve, but it still looks good, right? But just what's why it's like there's a whole routine. So that I think that's what scares a lot of people away. Like, I don't want to do this. This just sounds like a job, and it will feel like a job at first. But like I said, I just been putting it on my face because I've been busy. But if I'm going out to a special occasion or something, then I'll put it on. The last time I applied it, I went to a wedding, so I put the extra dark on, and because I'm at a wedding and things like that, and also too a little cheap thing if you want. But I mean, I find if it's like a cold season for you, remember you don't have to apply it everywhere on your body. If it's like the winter, you can just put it on your arms. You can hide it with your clothing, and things like that. It's not that bad. But if you're going to like a gym, just remember if you just put it on your arms and then you're wearing shorts, people are like, "What the?" Right? They're gonna see your legs are super white, but your arms are super dark. It makes no sense. So something to keep in mind. And also, very important, I think this is the biggest thing. If you can, do it right before bed. You don't have to, but I would recommend do it before bed and then just sleep. Try to sleep on your back, right? There's all these little rules, and wear black because it does sting things very easily. That's the only with self tanner. Um, and if it's the middle of the summer, have a fan if you can. I know I'm throwing a lot at you. Like, this just sounds like a real job because it can feel like that, like I said. But yeah, and then you'll wake up, and then you want to have a quick rinse, like 1 or 2 minutes, and then just put moisturizer on. And also too, like, don't be rough with your hands, like when you're trying to put the moisturizer on as after you have the tan on, right? There's just little things to keep in mind. But yeah, and then you'll have a sun kissed glow about your skin, and you'll look good. And also too, yeah. So I mean, like, look at bodybuilders and too, right? You see all these bodybuilders put tons of brown sunscreen on, not sunscreen on, tanner on because it makes them look good. So, but yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. That's my whole take on tanning, using either self tanner, tanning beds. Tanning beds are as bad or even worse, I guess you could say, as the sun. I mean, like I said, I'm in the sun right now, but you know, it is what it is. I'm also living this life. I'm not living my life in fear. And something I always say too, the sun always makes my skin look good, anyways, right? So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get into that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think technology is changing, right? So we shall see what can happen. It might even have a self tanner one day where it could last an entire week. Who knows? Who knows? All right, guys. Thanks for joining me on this video, and I will see you guys on the next ride. Peace out.